getting his luggage? In 2 miles, use the right. Okay, great. Thank you so much. And he needs to be dropped off where it says Southwest Departures. Thank you so much.
The fork to continue on exit 47A.
Just let me know if you can't find us.
I thought it was gonna be disgusting.
Well, I thought it was gonna be in the middle of nowhere. I thought it was gonna be like ducked off and secluded.
The people that was in my family made it seem like we wouldn't be welcome there. I used to tell myself, I'm not never getting on the plane, I'm terrified. And now it made me want to travel more. It made me not want to be scared.
Entering Cuba and you seen like all the green space and you seen like the plantations and stuff, it was like, dang, like I'm in a whole different country, and it was like, it was a weird, like, it was an out of body experience.
That's an old-fashioned. I like old-fashioned.
I'm writing about how this experience changed me already as a person.
What are your first impressions?
Huh?
What are your first impressions?
It's real beautiful, you know? It's like seeing a different world, you know? A lot of people, they look the same like us. Our restaurant the first day, and I heard this girl with this amazing voice, you know, like I cried on the inside, but I also wanted to cry on the outside because everything was just so beautiful. Everything was like so pure and so raw.
I go, and then we respond and we say, I may.
Oh, I remember that.
Mama Rashida?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let's try it. I go. Amen. I go. Amen. Okay, give thanks.
You hear me do a speech one time.
She wants you to be a minister?
Yes.
What? Say it loud so the whole thing we can hear what she said.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Okay. No, that's not what she said. You don't hear her. We pour libations to our ancestors who traveled the Atlantic, who were brought here and forced to work, and who worked every day, leading rebellions to free themselves and moving into the palenques, to the mountains, and creating maroon communities for us to preserve our culture. To them we say, Ashe.
The second day I was like, okay, so we're gonna do this every day. But then come the third day, I was just like, it kind of like sunk in me, and I was just like, wow, like I really am thankful for all of this, and I need to remind myself that I need to be thankful of it more. Like now every morning I do like my own little personal libations. I just like thank God every single morning.
Who have yet to be born, for the children who are making their way back to this plane. We bring wisdom into ourselves so that we are prepared to lead them, to guide them, and to leave a better world for them. We say Ashe to the children of the future. Ashe. Ashe.
I said there's people from all different parts of the island, right, who live in this community. So the name of the community project is called Acacon de los Positos. Acacon, like they just expressed, is heart, and Los Positos is the name of the neighborhood. So I want you guys, as you're eating, to decide what 3 dances that you're gonna show them, and how you plan to explain to them the importance of social dances in the U.S. Because we had a whole lecture specifically on social dances.
Oh, Dada! Yeah, this second.
Ahora hice la clase para los niños.
O sea que hoy vamos a hacer una pequeña sesión de baile.
We are going to reflect on social dances and how it connects us.
We don't speak the same languages and stuff. It was just like, we were all like kids just having fun. Danced the same a lot. A lot of different dances we did were very similar. Even though like they probably couldn't understand like the English songs, we couldn't understand the Spanish songs. We were just all like vibing together.
Now we're going to do some aqua dances. But also be mindful that the instruments that they are playing are tools that the slaves were using in the time for work. So the same tools that they were using for work, they were using it for play music.
We as African people, that's where we come from. Drumming, dancing, you know, that's how we send signals. And just seeing like little kids and seeing them like keep their history and keeping their like lineage in a sense. I think that was really important. Because in America, we don't have a lot of that. You know, we aren't really knowledgeable about stuff like that.
So for a space to be safe, regardless of where we are, it requires us doing the work to teach the community how to rid ourselves of all of these things that we've internalized. Okay, so the men, as a lot of that has to do with toxic masculinity, but also survival and like techniques that were used to survive and literally not be hung or not be whipped on the plantation that carry out into today and have become toxic.
Some people, not saying all black people, some black people, like try to keep it concealed. Like for instance, my cousin, like he like, you know, nice. Like every time I see him, he was like, you know, cool, you know, had a smile on his face. But I realized I also knew that he had mental health issues in the past, but he killed himself. Because father walked in on him when he was hanging off the balcony, you know, and it was like, I don't think he ever told anybody. And sometimes like people like can get pushed to the edge, you know, and someone like really going through something. You know, so I think it's good as a black person to another black person, you know, go to them and ask them, are you okay? Do you need help? And
For us, it's like we always got to be up here because that's how they expect us to be, both our own people and because we were kind of seen as less than human and seen as machines during slavery, so it all kind of ties in together. So I think it's really important to have like groups like this because it allows you to be human, and I'm not going to say express weakness, but be vulnerable and understand that and recognize that vulnerability is not a weakness.
It's kind of hard to be like vulnerable, like me being a black male, and living in the city of Baltimore. It's kind of hard to be like a vulnerable male, even around your closest friends. It's kind of hard to do that because someone can take weakness and then do things to you. And it's like, so like you gotta have some type of, not saying being humble, but like some type of boundary between being vulnerable, choose who to be vulnerable around. You know, so I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it's like it's kind of hard. Like to me, it's kind of hard being black and being a male living where I'm living, which is being black in America, period.
And I agree with that. I understand that. I think that also ties in with solidarity in the sense that we have to be able to create these spaces so that you can be able to be vulnerable without feeling like you have to have this expectation of being, you know, super manly, being toxic to yourself. So there's, in a sense, it's like, it sounds like it's a survival mechanism, which I understand and it does make sense. But understand that you can't do it by yourself. So that's why you have spaces like this so that you don't have to.
Take a minute to really introduce, like, would you like to introduce to us your project and we introduce to you our project?
Please?
Okay.
That'd be fun. So we are the African Diaspora Alliance. Brian and I co-founded the organization. These are the youth of the diaspora. It's a specific initiative that we have within the entire organization. And so we've been working with the students for almost 9 months now. All of us, all the students, and me and Mariah are from Baltimore.
We believe in our team that to understand what we Cubans are nowadays, it's also important to understand the presence and influence of these cultures in our identity. Is that as is part of the duties of a Babalawo, they are supposed to clean us from the negativities that we can catch around, okay? This is not mandatory. It's just up to you, but this is an experience, so we recommend you to get involved so you can start experiencing the culture the way that we Cubans do it, see?
He's literally showing us the most sacred aspects of his religion. And not just his religion, but his job. Like, his purpose for coming to this earth is to be a high priest in the community and to heal and to communicate between the spirit world and us.
I've never been a spiritual person, or I've never really been connected to religion. But I actually, did a prayer, and I actually felt more connected with myself on the inside and out than I ever did ever. At that moment, I didn't feel lost in the world anymore. I just felt like I knew who Damani was, I knew what he went through, and I knew what he was going to be.
I need to go to North Town now. I need sugar by tomorrow. Move, quick, faster, faster. Oh. Listen, girl. You just don't listen.
Clear to me, based on everyone's performances, that we really understand the horrors of slavery, of having languages and cultures and religions stripped away. So now, I would like to open up the space for us to begin to imagine the new world. So, all of the new world.
Such as
The freed up new world where black liberation is actualized. Just maybe one example to be clear. So maybe in the world that I want to create for myself, I have horses that are on the land wherever I live that I can ride and to where the trees are that have mangoes and avocados.
Okay, Queen. Yes. This is the motherland. I feel my toes in between the sand. I am a beautiful black queen. And I'm very revolutionary. Power to the black brothers and sisters. Yeah!
Let's just take a deep breath. What do we know about energy?
Yeah, keep it positive.
Keep it positive. But is energy only within us as people? Do animals feel energy?
Yes.
Yes. So can they sense if we're afraid?
Yes.
Okay. So if we trust them, right? It'll be mutual.
Yes.
Okay. Watch Tyon how he gets on. The best way, you're gonna put your left foot in the stirrup and you're gonna swing your right foot over. Perfectly like he just did. You got the technique?
¿Cómo se llama este, ven? Name it Moro.
This here is Bessie. Bessie, I've been taking care of Bessie for about 6 years now. So we're just gonna have fun. Okay?
I felt a connection with the horses and me because I'm black. And we all know that black people was the first ones to ride horses.
Our people were cutting cane, sugar cane without shirts. From the sun rises to the sunset, all day.
Break it up. Break it
Y la juventud en ese momento no existía
She
otro
was
género.
captivated by the way that rap was being carried out here in Cuba and the way that it was made and how women were empowered somehow by it.
Podía cambiarle la vida a muchas
And
personas.
then I realized that by being at the stage, I could be able to change the life of a lot of people.
Por eso ayuda a muchos niños.
That's why I
Todos
help a
los
lot of
años.
kids every year.
Que muchos se han convertido en muy buenos raperos también.
And many have become already very good rappers.
Tengo, por ejemplo, de aquí muchos casos sociales que
And I have a lot of social cases here in the
el rap les ha
neighborhood
cambiado la vida.
that rap has helped to
Y hoy
change their
hoy
lives.
son maestros.
And nowadays they're like teachers,
Actores.
actors, professionals in general.
Soy suave pero fuerte, voy probando mi suerte, critico de frente, porque soy exigente.
So what are some aspects of the song?
You want to mix it?
There's a
Oh, like
bridge.
engineer?
What's the bridge?
It's the middle.
The middle, a hook, a chorus, and then the verses.
In your groups, if someone would prefer to freestyle, that's okay. Decide what part of the song will be the freestyle. If some of you would prefer to sing or to rap or to do whatever, like that's what you'll decide amongst yourselves. Obviously, the theme per always is liberation, solidarity, the African diaspora, any of the key words that you all have learned throughout this program.
Because she didn't know. It's fine.
Okay.
You think that rappers don't have any scratch outs? They start. Yeah. They have to do many versions.
Out here looking real sour. White oppression out, black wait.
Black liberation's in.
White oppression out, black liberation in. Vamos ganar por fin.
Liberation.
love.
Okay.
Just think about it like writing a poem.
No, don't you do it. Liberation.
Alright, for real, like, it was just a chance for me to see how everybody like thought of what everyone thought about liberation and black people and how everyone's creativeness was, I guess.
I like, y'all like this? Yeah, this goes. No.
Oh,
wow.
Yes. That's not gonna go.
This is definitely it.
I want to do everything.
Hey.
Because I had never rapped in a studio before, never been in a whole like room where all like the soundproof room, never been in that with the earphones and everything. It was great.
I haven't laid down.
Black power, liberation, yeah.
Her artistic name is La Fina. Soy rapera. She's a rapper. Soy directora del único proyecto de rap femenino que existe en Cuba. She's the director of the only female rapper project here in the island.
Nuestra impotencia representa a las mujeres que quieren callar. No más violencia, no más opresión. Pero si te atreves, te apago el paro. Mi filosofía la que llevo en este texto.
Solo hay estrellas y mi mente despampanante. Sabes que soy la dueña del placer de las locuras. Sabes que soy la dueña de todas las noches oscuras. Entro, salgo de sí, y ya no sin permiso. Entro y vuelvo a salir, y me convierto en un vicio. No tengo...
Siempre a mi ver. A mi bendita vera. A mi vera, boy. A mi bendita vera. The surprise? Yes. Okay, DJ. Holla at me. Please don't let it be on
Let's start the conversation. Being pro-black is a part of the liberation. We tryna mock us and use fake faces, but turn around and claim that you're not racist. We try to trap us and take our rights, but we educate ourselves and we bring to fight. There's up in the air and we stand side by side. Like if we know where they can, we gon' let our spirits die. As black people, we are born with the realization that this world has no appreciation for who we are or what we believe in. Yeah. So we make it our own reality, therefore we control the gravity, taking back our power. We can take the pain, all we losing is our chains, blood rushing through our veins, yeah, we all feeling the same. I said, we can take the pain, all we losing is our chains, blood rushing through our veins, yeah, we all feeling the same.
We fight for a future, we having up, team, we are walking, real strong, we're growing, through our eyes, we are strong, yeah, everybody, I am skills, yeah, I am skills, yeah, sensitivity, we have activity,
Eso es tuyo, no, eso es tuyo, mentira, eso es tuyo. Estoy enamorado y que vienes a amarte. Voy a encender el fuego de tu piel callada, mojaré tus labios de agua apasionada.
To ourselves. Our beautiful, lovely, whole selves. We pour libations to ourselves because
We awesome.
Because we're awesome. Because we show up here every day. Because we're present. Because we love ourselves. Because the Creator is within us.
I'm not the same Damani I was when I first left. I just look at things like this the way it is, but I know I can change it, and I know it's still hope, you know? And every day I feel more hopeful for waking up and being a different and better person.
It's more black neighborhoods out of Baltimore, out of the USA than here. You have more of a connection, and basically, when you go to other countries, they basically look the same as we look. Like, it's no difference.
Today we'll be showing you how we do it here on the beach of the Cuban way. Follow me.
I used to wish, I wish I was white, but ever since I got in this group, I wish I was darker, honestly. I wish I was black like the pole on the, I wish I was just black as hell, like the color black, you know?
On a global scale, you know, we might be far away. We actually aren't as far away as we think we are. Seeing the differences and wanting to change your community, it's like, you know, you can change your community from afar, but to actually stay in your community and change it is like a bigger change, I think.
African Diaspora Alliance means...
African Diaspora Alliance means to me.
The African Diaspora Alliance means to me.
The African Diaspora Alliance means power to me.
A family and whole.
It means beauty, hope.
Unity, peace, love, care.
Honoring your ancestors, honoring all that they have done for you and all that they will continue to do for you. And just understanding that we are the generation, and it's time for us to start planting the seeds for the next generation to follow.